want to let you know what I've already picked up that kind of worries me a little bit. Also, all the amazing pros that this little piece offers. And of course, we'll get into some mod shots and what fits inside. Hi everyone, and welcome back. I've had to do this intro about 3 times already. I feel like I have to get in the groove of things, especially after taking some time off to travel and having some pre-filmed videos, which I have been putting out throughout that time. Anyways, that's not what you're here for today. You are here to see a review or my first impressions on my newest little piece, and that is Daisy. That is her name, but it is actually the Strathberry Mosaic in the nano size. I was able to get her during our trip to Scotland, which is amazing because the owners are actually originally from Edinburgh, Scotland, which is where we visited. So I knew as soon as we planned that trip a ton of months back that I wanted to wait it out and be able to visit the boutique there and kind of have the whole in-store experience and see how that went. I have both the unboxing and the vlog for Scotland up already on my channel, so I'll make sure to link those down below in case you want to catch up after this. Today's video, I kind of just wanted to give you my first impressions in regards to the bag, in regards to the brand as a whole in general. So let's start off with the bag itself. As I said, this is the Strathberry Mosaic in the nano size. They do have a regular size, which was originally the first one that they released, and I think it is a stunning size for like an everyday sort of use, especially if you don't have to carry a laptop or a lot of things into work. I think that one can work really well. However, when they released the nano size, I was automatically hooked. This is like the perfect little size for you to carry every day, but to also be able to incorporate for nights out. So let's do a quick little sort of tour in regards to the bag. As you can tell, it does have a top handle. The top handle is non-removable. The opening does have 2 magnets right here, and then that is sort of how it closes. The magnet is pretty decent. It is not an uncomfortable strength, but it's not weak where you might hit something and it'll pop open. You definitely have to put some effort into getting it open. Now, one detail that I did want to point out is the classic Strathberry bar, and I do think that it is a really nice detail that all of the handbags and even their small leather goods have. It's just kind of like their signature sort of detail for their pieces, and since they have no really loud logos within their bags, it's kind of like that little like if you know you know sort of thing. So let's go ahead and dive into the bag, and I will get into the strap in a minute. But inside, you basically just have one decent sized open compartment, and you do have a small little slip pocket in the back. There is no other pocket in the front. It's just that simple of a layout. Now, the bag does not have any sort of pocket in the back either, as you can tell. And in the bottom, it does have these sort of like little leather feet. Would I have preferred them to have regular metal feet? Yes, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Now, in regards to the strap is removable. As you can see, it is also adjustable, which I really appreciate. You do have a total of 9 adjustments, but what's kind of unique about this bag is that you have 3 sort of adjustments in order to set whatever adjustment you want it to be. I don't think it would have made a difference if they would have just had 1, but I do think that having 3 gives like a little bit of an extra touch to the bag, just because you do have the really nice gold hardware sort of as a detail for the strap. I also wanted to point out that you do have this strap which actually moves as well, but I really like that because it allows for me to keep the strap not only in place but kind of stiff in a way. We do know of many handbags that unfortunately don't have this little mechanism, and what tends to start happening is the strap will start kind of like folding up and sort of losing shape, especially when it's such a nice supple leather like this one. As for the clasps, they're just like very simple kind of lobster clasps, and then you do have the very nice Strathberry detail there on the metal. I have to say that I am very pleasantly surprised at the quality of this handbag. As I said, I did get it in Scotland, so after conversion and everything, it ended up being about $430. In the United States website, the bag does retail for $555 before taxes, but even then, I really do feel like it's really worth it. I will get into some of the cons that I have kind of like picked up as I've had the bag, but for the most part, I have noticed only pros in regards to this little piece. So one of the things that I wanted to touch base on really quick, and that is a major positive, is the leather quality of this bag. So it is a fully grained sort of leather handbag. You don't have any other sort of material. The interior, I believe, is a suede lining. It might be microfiber. I'll go ahead and confirm and pop it up on the screen for you. I will point out something that kind of not worries me, because I honestly don't think it's going to be a big sort of negative in this specific size. But as you can see here, when you hold the handle of the bag, the sides have sort of no sense of structure in a way in order for you to hold the strap. So even if you touch it, it's not like this little material extends to the bottom with some sort of like structured piece there in order to hold that part. For the bigger piece, I could potentially see that wearing over time, especially if you overstuff your bags, it might cause the bag to weigh down. It's just something that might ultimately just cause the leather to wrinkle a little bit more and show that wear a little bit more over time. Something else that I did notice in regards to this little piece also is, for the clasps, you don't have an additional sort of hook in order to put them in. So you do have to hook it on the same hook that the top handle is held on. So again, over time, I'll keep you guys posted, but obviously the rubbing, I could potentially see that being a little bit of a negative to the leather. That all depends on how often you plan on wearing this bag with the crossbody strap. Personally, for me, I do see myself using the crossbody strap. Then let's dive into the crossbody option, and this is at the longest setting, so you can see the 3 little knobs right there. I'm sorry, this is the shortest setting actually, not the longest. So here's what she would look like. Love it. I do like myself a little bit more of a higher sort of crossbody, and even though it has the top handle, it's still comfortable. Like, it could tip over a little bit so that it doesn't bother you or hit you anywhere. So this is what it looks like on the shortest option. Let me show you the longest option. Okay, and there we have the longest option, and just for reference, I am 5'3" or 160 centimeters. For me, I could still wear it like this. This is just not my preference for crossbody bags. But let's say my hip bone is right here, and you can see where it is that she lays. I have mentioned this previously in other videos that I've done of other bags, but I love when the crossbody option is on the outside of the bag rather than like very close in, just because I do feel like it's tighter in your body when you wear her crossbody. This option just feels really, really nice to be worn like this, and again, lays very comfortably on your body. But for the most part, I honestly feel like this is gonna be a handheld or a crook of the arm kind of bag, which is my next pro that I wanted to mention, and that is how comfortable the top handle is to put in the crook of your arm. I mean, you're not going to be able to slide it all the way back, at least not comfortably. As you can tell, like, it looks kind of stiff and uncomfortable, but it's just nice enough for you to be able to slide in the crook of your arm if you needed to be hands-free for something really quick, or if you just wanted to take a cute picture, or if you just wanted to hold it like that overall. As for holding it handheld, I do feel like the width of the top handle is very comfortable to do so. I know that there are a lot of handbags that sort of have more like of a rolled type of handle. Let me give you an example, like the Speedy B25. You can see the difference. The handle is more of like a circular sort of shape. So it is nice to hold it, but it is nice to have it like this when you do have 2 handles, just because the width is going to be a lot less. But with one handle, it's pretty much the same thing as if you were considering both of the handles on the Speedy. So again, very, very comfortable to hold it handheld like so. Now, something that I did want to point out, and I thought I had done all my research before going into the boutique and making this purchase. Apparently I didn't, but Strathberry handbags are actually handmade. From what I read on the website, they take about 20 hours in order to make their pieces, which blows my mind. As I said, I paid about $400 and they do retail for about $550 here in the United States. To me, at that price for a handmade piece, it's a great little find. I mean, the quality of this definitely merits the price point. I think that this could actually easily be up in the almost $1,000 price range. However, to still be able to get such a good quality handbag in the $400 and $500 price range is amazing, and I'm really kind of very happy and excited that there's a brand out there that is willing to still put out great quality pieces at a price that could potentially be attainable to a lot more handbag lovers. So overall, I am loving this little piece. The leather is so yummy, very, very soft, and the smell is so good, and it still comes through the bag. I've had her for about 3 weeks now, and I did use her a couple of times during our trip, and I just really enjoyed using her, styling her. I was a little worried about the color. If you're not new around here, you definitely know that me and color have kind of like this little tiptoeing relationship. But as soon as I knew that I wanted to add a Strathberry bag, I knew that I wanted to go for a pop of color, because I don't want to invest a lot of money on a handbag of color that I don't really know how often I'm going to be able to use her. And it's funny because my husband keeps telling me, you know, not all handbags need to be used for every single occasion or will go with every single outfit. I get it, he's right. But if I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars, that's something that I have to put funds aside for. I can't just go ahead and swipe around like if I'm a millionaire, because I'm not. So if I'm spending thousands of dollars on a handbag, I kind of want it to be a piece that is classic and that I can incorporate in a lot more occasions, as to where if it is a couple of $100s, I am a little bit more comfortable into diving out of my comfort zone and kind of incorporating maybe a color here or there. I want to hear from you guys. If you own Strathberry, let me know what your thoughts are. Have you had any negatives in regards to your bags and how long you've had them? Or have they just really lasted so well and can really compete with some of your designer handbags as well? So let's do a quick kind of what fits inside. Let's bring up the bag that I was using, and there goes my phone to the floor. That's okay. So I was using my Picatinny 18 this weekend, and I have a ton of things inside, and kind of just wanted to go through some of those things and transfer them into the Mosaic Nano. So one thing that I did want to mention is, first off, the mini pochette, and we're going to try this out together because I have not yet tried to fit it in there. I think it's about the same size. Yeah, I imagined. So it does fit. You do have the mini pochette fitting in there, and you actually have a little bit of room left. So we're going to go with that. I am using my Strathberry card holder, which I added when I got the bag, and I kind of loved the additional pop of color. So this one is just like a very simple sort of card holder. You do have a very stuffed pocket here, and I just have some little memorabilia things and cards there. And then in the back, you do have just 3 credit card slots, which is perfect for me. We'll go ahead and slide that in front of the mini pochette. So this is what she's looking like so far. I totally missed it, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max with a case also fits in very comfortably. Still looking perfect. I mean, show close up and you can carry her. She is not heavy whatsoever when she's empty. When you fill her up, again, for me, she's not heavy, but you do have a little bit of weight. I would probably say she's about 2 pounds at the moment. So still nothing too crazy in my opinion. You could probably fit like a little lip gloss at the back pocket, and that is about it. So if the mini pochette is something that you must carry with you at all times, then just know that it'll fit in here perfectly fine. And you can also add an additional card holder and probably throw on top like a slim pair of sunglasses. Okay, now let me share with you how it was that I was carrying her kind of when I was on the trip. Now I was using the same card holder because I switched right into it when I bought it. So I was putting that there. Then I was using a smaller sort of pouch. So I have my Celine, which is very similar. And then in here, I will put like a lip gloss. I would put a little pill box. I had a panty liner and then some hair ties and things like that. So this little pouch will definitely fit in there and give me a little bit more room to play with. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. And then on these side pockets, what I would do is I would put a little lip balm, and then let's say this is like a hand sanitizer, which this is like drops for my eyes for contacts. So That is more or less how I was packing her. I was using her at nighttime, so I wouldn't put in a pair of sunglasses, but you can definitely see that you do have space in the top just to kind of lay a pair of sunglasses in there. She closes up just fine and she's on her merry way. I'm so happy that I was able to finally add a piece of Strathberry into my collection because I had been doing a lot of research in regards to the brand. I had been eyeing a lot of their handbags. Their most popular bag is the Strathberry tote, which they have in a nano size that is very comparable to this size. However, the top handle of that one, you cannot fit in the crook of your arm. It's pretty much a handheld bag. It does come with a chain strap that you can wear crossbody, but it's non-adjustable. So I was always contemplating about, you know, the fact that it had a lot of cons in my opinion, just aesthetically in a way. So when I went into store, I tried that one on. However, a couple of months back, they did release a new size in the Strathberry tote, and I believe it's called the mini. So good, you guys. I was so tempted. I was going between those two because I kind of wanted to have something that I could use more for like night times. And that one is still in my wish list because I do feel like it is a great little simple classic handbag that you can use for nights out and sort of dinners and even just special events when you don't want to go the clutch route. And then another one that I did add into my wish list is their very iconic sort of raffia style. I am obsessed. I tried on the large in the boutique and it's so good. I feel like it would be a great bag just to carry around, like if you're going out for lunch or anything like that, or just going out to the mall and walking. But it's also such a cute option if you are going to somewhere beachy for a vacation or a resort or something like that. So again, extremely surprised by one, the quality of these pieces. The customer service in the boutique was 20 out of 10. I'm very happy with the color choice that I went with, and I'm also very pleasantly surprised at the capacity of this little bag in particular. I hope you enjoyed this sort of quick first impressions of my Strathberry Mosaic in the nano size. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you own any Mosaic in your collection or if you have any on your wish list for that matter. As always, I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day to hang out with me today, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye everyone.